Poland said Wednesday it had seen a surge in attempts to breach its border and had pushed back hundreds of migrants to Belarus after it accused Minsk and Moscow of trying to orchestrate a crisis on Europe's borders. The migrants, mainly from Middle East, have spent days in freezing temperatures on the border, blocked by rows of polished border guards behind razor wire. Western governments have accused Belarusian strongman Alexander Lukashenko of luring the migrants to his country and sending them to cross over into EU member Poland in retaliation for sanctions. Poland has gone a step further, saying Lukashenko's main backer, Russian President Vladimir Putin, is masterminding the crisis. India is hosting senior security officials from Russia, Iran, and the five Central Asian countries to discuss the situation in Afghanistan following the Taliban takeover of the country. India's national security advisor did not invite Afghan representatives to the talks, while Pakistan and China declined to attend, with Pakistan's national security advisor last week calling India a spoiler and not a peacemaker in Afghanistan. Afghanistan's Taliban rulers said Wednesday that the threat posed by the Islamic State group in the country was more or less under control, despite recent bloody attacks that have killed dozens. The Taliban spokesperson told a news conference that IS was not a great threat, adding that around 600 members or sympathizers had been arrested since the Taliban seized control of the country in mid-August. The Kurdish administration in northeastern Syria said Wednesday a Turkish drone strike that hit a car in the border city of Qamishli killed 3 civilians. U.S. President Joe Biden will meet at the White House next week with the leaders of Canada and Mexico, his office said Wednesday, as the U.S. administration seeks to shore up alliances that came under strain during the Donald Trump administration. At the November 18th meeting, Mr. Biden, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador will discuss efforts to fight the pandemic, as well as climate change and immigration, the White House said. Mr. Biden is relaunching a gathering known as the North American Leaders Summit, the last of which was held in 2016 before being abandoned by Trump. In addition to the three-way talks, Mr. Biden will also participate in bilateral meetings with Trudeau and Lopez Obrador. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson left London Wednesday, headed to Glasgow, where he will rejoin the COP26 climate conference. Johnson is returning to COP26 to press negotiators from around the world to turn promises into action in the summit's closing days. Johnson attended a World Leaders Summit that kicked off the United Nations Climate Conference last week and will return to the Scottish city Wednesday. Meanwhile, a German government official said the first draft of a COP26 deal published Wednesday should make more clear that major emitters have to step up their ambition, especially those who haven't done so, on pledges on cutting greenhouse gases by 2030. Negotiators from nearly 200 countries will work from the draft to strike a final deal before the summit ends Friday. Israel's ambassador to Britain said Wednesday she will not be intimidated following raucous protests outside a contentious London University Students' Union debate she attended on Middle East peace. The ambassador faced loud jeers, boos, and shouts of "shame on you" from demonstrators as she left the Tuesday evening event at the London School of Economics. She said on Twitter, quote, "I will continue to share the Israeli story and hold open dialogue with all parts of British society," end quote. The Students' Union Debating Society had faced a campus backlash over inviting the Israeli envoy, with student group LSC for Palestine arguing against it and organizing the protests. The group said some attendees had walked out in solidarity at the start of the event. U.S. tech giants Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft have been accused of not paying enough taxes, stifling competition, stealing media content, and threatening democracy by spreading fake news. A European Union court Wednesday rejected a Google appeal against a $2.8 billion antitrust fine.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.